And we're live. I think we're live.
Are we live?
I think so, yes.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
From the infinity of possibilities, you find yourself in the universe where Pierogeeks assembled. Unlike Black Bolt, we have the bolts to speak our minds. Hello, dumplings, and welcome to Pierogeeks, a show where three Polish guys share their opinions on pop culture in English. With Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness in cinemas, it's finally time for us to knead the dough about the movie.
Yes.
So, if you haven't seen the movie and want to go in fresh, postpone the viewing until after you've seen it. It's worth it. Spoilers alert.
So, fortify your minds.
Fortify your minds and let's get into the dough. To the shitmobile.
That's some quality intro right there. Man.
Yeah, there you go.
Copyrighted.
Yeah, that's Kili, that's Yazon, I'm Jabba. And today we're talking about Doctor Strange. It's another Marvel production, and well, Marvel is very productive this year. So yeah, it's not our fault.
Spoiler alert! It was marvelous.
But yeah, okay. So since you're spoiling your opinions right now, let's talk about general impressions. Yeah, about the movie.
Very positive.
Oh yeah, that does it. Okay.
That's very general,
Shall
yeah.
I say magical?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Anything
Honestly,
else?
Honestly,
Is that it?
Is that it?
In short, I had certain expectations. The movie met those expectations, and in some places even surpassed them. It
Ooh.
wasn't perfect, but it was like I got what I wanted. I was satisfied.
Ooh.
It's like after a good meal, you have that burger, you eat it, it's like, yeah, it's good burger. No
But-
indigestions.
No indigestions, no unwanted gases.
No.
No.
Beautiful Marvel digestion. Perfect.
Yazon?
Yes, well, I agree. I also really like that movie. My expectations were really high for it, but I think it's somewhat lacking in a few places. But in general, I think it's definitely a good watch. You should see it in the cinema, definitely. And yeah, it's not the best Marvel movie, no, but it's very good. I mean, we're gonna go into details very soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it. I have some problems with it, of course. But I am happy as well. Yeah, it was a good, marvelous meal.
Okay, I'm gonna say that well, it was amazing. For me, it was amazing. I can't remember the last time I went out of the cinema and feeling so good about the movie, and having had so much fun, because there's been some expectations. But I didn't want to voice them. I was open to whatever Sam Raimi came at us with, and I wasn't disappointed. Yeah, well, everything I have against the movie is kind of nitpicking, but there's always going to be something to that you can do better. But for a blockbuster, for a kind of simple but not that simple of an idea about the movie, I really enjoyed it. I can't recommend it enough for you guys to just go and see it. And if you can, come to Warsaw and just watch it in IMAX 3D, or wherever you are in the world, just watch it in IMAX 3D if you have the possibility.
Worth it.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely.
Yes, sir. And so I think we can go to the things we really liked and the ones that we didn't really enjoy.
Yeah, let's do that.
So perhaps, since we are mostly positive on the movie, perhaps we should start with the negatives, actually, because it's going to be a shorter conversation.
Is it gonna be a shorter conversation? I think it's gonna. I think it's the positives are gonna be a shorter conversation because we agree on a lot of things, and then the bad things are gonna be a discussion.
All right, very well, very well.
Okay, go ahead with what did you the good, the bad, the ugly. What's the good?
For me, the good would be a balance between the multiverse kind of fan service, giving us cameos while telling a good story and advancing the characters along, especially Doctor Strange since it's his movie. I would say that was the thing that impressed me the most. They stuck the landing on all of these. Yeah, there was a bit of a rough ride here and there. There were elements that were not ideal, certain little nitpicks you can make, but generally I am satisfied in all of these elements. The story was moved forward, Doctor Strange developed as a character, and I got some cool cameos, some multiverse. Again, could have been a little more, but I was satisfied with what I got. And the fights, of course, as usual in Marvel. Not as usual in Marvel, because not every Marvel property has good fights.
No.
Moon Knight, for example, was a little disappointing. Here the fights were perfect.
It was decent with Moon Knight, but we've talked about Moon Knight the previous time, so if you guys are up for it, just check the channel and you're gonna find Moon Knight's review and episode somewhere there.
Like,
just
subscribe, and leave a comment.
Yeah, like, subscribe, leave a comment, watch the stuff, all that good stuff.
I will say
tickle
one more thing.
tickle the algorithm.
I will say one more thing. I shall not name him, but one of the reviewers early on promised me a slaughter. I got it. I got the slaughter.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was the carnage was very tasty.
All right.
Yes?
Yeah. Well, what's the thing I like about that movie? I think it's beautiful. It's very competently shot, and the pacing also, I think it works. It's just, I've seen this movie twice, and the second time it also kept me on the edge of my seat. So the action is going on. Everything is, there's a linear path with one sideshow, but we're gonna get to that. And what also I liked, of course, are the horror Raimi elements. So it's a matter of debate, because some people claim that this movie has too much Raimi in it. Some people say that it doesn't have enough Raimi in it. I think it has a good amount of Raimi. And some of the scenes there are very not really Marvel-like, and those scenes are like very Raimi style, and I really enjoyed that. I also like the movie that it's definitely not for kids anymore. You're right, there are scenes there. There's one scene that even kind of reminds me of something that could happen in the Boys series, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if there is a barrier of PG-13, this movie is like scratching it very hard.
It's poking
Yeah,
it
so
hard.
It's kind of like another movie that did that in a similar way was Krampus. It also was a PG-13. There was
The
no
hell's-
blood there, but the imagery and everything was so scary that if you would bring a child to that movie, it would have trauma.
Suggestive, you say.
So unless you want your child to have some kind of villainous origin story where the trauma from the movie made them a villain, don't take your kids.
Yeah, I say I'm not that protective about kids, but with movies and all. I mean,
Think of the
Yeah.
children.
Yeah,
Think of the children.
Imagine that you're a kid watching that movie, you're like 7 or something, and there's first violent scene, and your mommy is like, "No, this is not good. We're going home."
Yeah,
Like, that
I
would
would
be-
have been
that would-
disturbed,
oh.
but I wanna see it until the end. I mean, I've seen Mortal Kombat and Batman's and whatnot, when I was a little kid. So,
If I was that kid, I would be like, enough! We're staying! Enough!
Exactly, and that's when you realize you're a telepath.
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
let-
Origin
Yeah.
story. Origin story.
Oh, and good things also, the stellar performance of both Benedict Cumberbatch and Elizabeth Olsen, who did,
I
was
will
really great.
I will get into that a little bit, but let me just say that, like, of course the visuals are amazing. Like, you cannot debate that. And the plot is, for me, it's really cohesive. I've seen people complain about it, that some things might have been better written. Yes, they could have been. But comparing to the last outing, like feature film from Marvel, which is No Way Home, this makes a lot of sense, and a lot more sense than No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home for me.
I think I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, because
and it's more convoluted.
And
Like, you
it
have a more
is.
convoluted story, and yet it still makes a little bit more sense, despite the fact that it's crazy multiverse. Oh my
Yeah.
god, what's
Doctor
going on?
Strange is not as dumb in this movie as he was
Yeah.
in Spider-Man.
there's way more character development spanning across characters in Doctor Strange here than there is in Spider-Man. And yeah, but the performances are really good. I agree. Benedict Cumberbatch, dude, this guy just knocks it out of the park.
Yeah.
Lizzie, well, she's technically good. I really see her work, but I can see her work. It's like, when I see her work, that means she's not doing a good enough work, and not good enough job. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can see her just
Acting, not being the person.
Yes, I can see her. I've seen people raving about her performance. Yeah,
Really?
okay, fine. But like raving, like, yeah, she's great and amazing. Yeah, okay, fine. But I can.
It's not Oscar-worthy performance.
No,
It's very good.
no,
I have
like
nothing to.
Benny is there. Benny is just being Doctor Strange. He's Wong is amazing. Lizzie is better than whatever the America Chavez actress name is. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna butcher her name. I don't know how to read it. It's Puerto Rican, I guess. I don't know. I'm sorry,
Chavez.
but
I think it's just Chavez.
No. I mean the actress.
Yeah. I can't say that either. I don't
No.
I'm not gonna risk it.
No, we don't want to get canceled before we take off. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in there, and I mean, Wong is not just a sidekick, and he's actually Sorcerer Supreme, which is carried on from Spider-Man No Way Home, which I really like. I really like the technicality that on which he got his title, and he leads Camouflage with his during the defense against Scarlet Witch, which is pretty amazing, the battle there. So okay, the bad, the ugly, you guys want to touch upon that?
What the ugly maybe? Yeah. So that's the Raimi stuff, of course. And right, there are some pretty. I mean, there's the zombie Strange, and that was a nice surprise. Most people thought that this is gonna be the evil Strange, zombie, but no, that's the good guy, and I really love that. That was a great twist. But when it comes to Raimi himself, the thing that I've mentioned that people are arguing, should we have more or less? I thought about it, and. Well, when it comes to Raimi and horror, don't forget that he likes gross stuff, for example.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Raimi would have like a free hand, if he would have a total creative control, we could have a scene in which Wanda is meditating and suddenly puking pus, for example. Imagine that.
Yeah,
that could have happened. Yeah,
Darkhold stuff right there. Yeah. But like you said,
consult your doctor before use.
But like you said before, well, this actually is a nice callback to WandaVision, where Doctor Strange was supposed to be the Doctor in her dreams, with the Nexus medication and whatnot. But reshoots, the pandemic, all that. So still better than Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where they had to scrap the whole story arc of a pandemic and vaccines and whatnot. Let's not get into that.
Yeah.
But like you, Yazan, said before about the PG-13 rating, they're pushing it really hard here, and I love it. There's scenes where I actually prefer it to be PG-13 because it's more suggestive.
Yeah, like even with the Black Bolt scene, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a very violent scene, but at the same time, the guy's head blows, but there's like no blood, only like coming from his eyes.
Yeah.
I think that they really worked hard on it, and maybe there was a lot of reshoot. There was probably some corporate guy, saying like, take 123. He's just like, nope, too violent, nope.
Yeah, probably so. But then you have his skull just exploding and then just dripping down his head, and
the suit must be really good. Like it really.
Yeah, it holds it. It holds the brain, the skull. Doesn't rupture or anything, and
makes sense.
Makes total sense. Okay, so since we're on that, you guys want to talk about the Illuminati?
Illuminati?
No, yeah, that's the joke that didn't land, by the way.
That's
Yeah.
the ugly for me,
Yeah.
by the way.
That's the
Okay,
ugly.
yeah, that's
I
the
mean,
ugly.
there were a couple of jokes where I laughed, but I was like, that's a little bit like on the line for me. Like, it was funny. It's just strange because usually when I don't like a joke, I don't laugh. But here I laughed, but I was like, man, I wish I didn't laugh so much.
No,
It was
why?
like, like
Do
when
you feel guilty about laughing?
I would say in two of
You should
these,
never.
there were two lines where I thought it was funny and it's like a cool meme, but it took me out for just a second. It took me out of the movie because I thought, oh, that's a good meme. I'm supposed to focus on the movie. One is the Illuminati because
yeah.
that was a little on the nose for me,
Yeah.
and the other one, which I love, by the way, it's it's a little too much. It's Fortify your mind.
Fortify your
That's,
minds.
again, it's like
It's gonna be a meme. We want that meme.
yes, and that's
Maybe
a
we
meme.
should have an NFT with him saying
Yes.
that.
Fortify your mind. No, I think Fortify Your Minds is amazing because first of all, it shows the leadership of Wong. Second of all, it shows that their recognition of Wanda's powers and they know what she can do. But it's also funny and a little bit grotesque and you kind of laugh. But it makes perfect sense,
It does.
right?
It
For
does,
for
it
him to
does.
say it.
It was good. I liked it. It was maybe a bit out of place, but that was also scratching the barrier of too much.
If I was a soldier in an army, I would like a Wong or someone like Wong to be my sergeant. To be
Yeah.
like, Fortify
Oh,
your
yeah.
mind.
That's
Yeah.
the thing I want to hear before an attack, and when I'm afraid. Yeah.
I think better. I think Wong is better than Strange. As a leader.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
true.
definitely. Strange is an individualist kind of type.
Yeah.
He's not really a.
He's a
leader.
specialist. He's not the leader.
Yeah, and besides that, he's more of a. Well, yeah, let's sacrifice someone for the greater good.
Yeah,
Like-
Wong
like
said
that-
that,
that's-
you killed the Chavez girl.
Yeah, that's even one of the themes in the
Yeah.
movie, right? Like
Greater good.
in the great calculus of the multiverse, and well, you can control your powers. Even I can control your power. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's what future zombie Strange said, and he wound up
Look,
dead.
Doctor Strange. If this was Mass Effect, Doctor Strange is playing renegade. Okay, sometimes he's a paragon, but mostly he's just a real renegade. Especially those other Stranges. They're all
Those
renegades.
they're 100% renegades. Our Doctor Strange is Paragate.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get into the Illuminatis because we mentioned Black Bolt and his death. We didn't say anything about the introductions and who else shows up.
Well,
So
yeah, there's a bit of a problem I think with the Illuminati. Let's not make that joke.
no.
Okay. Anyway, the point is that the storyline with the Illuminati could have just if there was no Illuminati, nothing would have changed in the plot of the story. It's actually a detour, and it kind of feels like a last-minute patch on the movie. Like maybe somebody heard that people want cameos. Okay, let's give him this guy, and we have Patrick Stewart. And when he came in, there was the the from the
Yeah,
X-Men cartoon.
Yeah.
And there's Captain Carter as well, which is cool. The Black Bolt, as we've mentioned. And also, big surprise, Mr. Fantastic, John Krasinski.
Yeah. And we have Morda Supreme.
Morda
Yes,
Supreme,
Morda
yes.
Supreme,
Yes.
indeed. But I have to interject here. I think you are correct. I do.
Oh
believe
yeah, and Captain Marvel, who nobody mentioned. Like
Captain Marvel, yeah.
But you are correct that some of these scenes were probably in the reshoots that
Yeah.
we've heard so much about. There were a lot of reshoots.
Yeah.
However, I do think that it wasn't just the cameos. They also wanted to, with the cameos, they wanted to introduce this stuff with incursions and all that,
Right.
setting that up for later. And I think that they did it. I think that's because because Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness was supposed to be first before No Way Home, and they had
Yes.
to switch the storylines a little bit. So I think that's where the reshoots kind of came in, and they had to move the incursion stuff to the
Maybe.
to the Multiverse of Madness movie. So they had Reed Richards explain it to us.
Yeah.
Which I honestly, I'll tell you what, it did feel a little out of place, but I did buy it, and overall it worked for me. But you do feel that it's like something just.
I just
The edits, the cuts were a little strange in a couple of places where you're like, wait a minute, why
like the
they cut
Doctor.
yeah, just a little too much, like little
But
strange cuts.
it was a bit weird that they introduced all these characters just to be meat fodder for Wanda. Like,
I love it.
Boom!
I love it.
mhm.
I
I mean,
respect it because
Wouldn't it be better if she would kill someone like important and prominent in the main timeline?
no, because you couldn't have used them anymore.
Well,
Or
okay, but
or you would have you would have
it would
you
be
would
more
have had to.
shocking. It would be more,
You would have to, bring someone from another universe, causing yet another incursion.
perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yet
So
now this opens the door for look, characters. Any character can die. Even our main ones could potentially die because we have a multiverse, and stuff can happen where they can even come back. So to me, it's like
But
kind
let's
of
not
opens the door.
overuse it, because
No,
if
no,
we
of course
overuse
not.
it,
No.
then death will lose its meaning.
No,
like
no, no,
that.
Yeah.
not too much, but it does open the door that we can see some more gruesome deaths, some more stuff,
Yes,
especially
true.
if we have more multiverse situations.
So
That's cool. Because after so many years of Marvel movies, where let's be honest, very few characters die. I mean, we had some
Like
really
meaningful
epic ones.
deaths. There's
Yes,
few
we had
meaningful
Iron Man,
deaths.
we had Birdman,
Yeah.
of course, my one too, very noticeable and
Best
notable
villain
death.
ever.
Yes, best
Yeah,
villain.
that's
And
Whiplash
some
for
other ones,
for.
obviously, but we never had deaths like this. We never had just he just they fight and they just die.
okay,
Yeah,
I
but
get
the
that.
deaths were amazing. I have to give them that. Like, everyone dies a gruesome and amazing and fitting death, because first of all you have.
Except for Captain Marvel, that death wasn't good.
Okay, well, let's start with her then, because I think that from what I understand, Wanda
Took away her power.
yeah, like sucked all the power out of her, and so she became just a regular biatch, and then you die under a statue. Whoever statues that was. If you guys know whose statue that was, just leave it in the comments below.
Maybe it was her statue. That would be very ironic.
Ah, yes.
She could kill anybody she liked, but she couldn't save herself.
Clever, I like that. If she was
Okay.
destroyed by our statue.
So
But it wasn't her. I don't think.
No,
so.
it's-
It was somebody in the ropes.
Maybe one of the Eternals.
can't remember. Can't recall it.
If somebody tells us who that statue was representing, we will give you a reward.
Yes.
What kind of reward?
We'll see.
It's a
Okay.
It's a surprise,
Yeah. They're gonna come up with something, I suppose. Be reasonable, please. But so yeah, like Captain Marvel was the least interesting in my opinion, and like whatever, she can die. Like, okay, fine, I'm fine with that. Then we had we talked about Black Bolt and his skull exploding, because he has it's the guy from the Inhuman series, and the same actor too. And I respect that. I loved it because I knew that Inhumans was like the worst Marvel production, like live action production up to date, the worst reviewed, the worst perceived by fandom, and I respect that they had the guy, they put him in here, and they gave him an amazing death.
True.
That's great. It's like the guy who played oh man,
Who?
the guy from
Give us
the
a hint.
Guardians of the Galaxy, the blue guy with the
Oh,
fin
the-
and the arrow.
Oh yeah.
Yondu.
Yondu, yeah, the Yondu actor died in the Suicide Squad, a quick death, and I thought he would have been longer in the movie, but he wasn't. He had a great death.
True.
He freaked out,
Very
and
romantic.
yeah, it's kind of parallel with this. So yeah, then we have Mr. Fantastic, and
your mom's spaghetti, man.
Mom Spaghetti, man.
Spaghetti. His palms are sweaty.
Honestly, to me that was the most gruesome death, especially, and this is the
Because you can see
beauty
his suffering, right?
They set it up beautifully with honestly the most cold-hearted, brutal line of dialogue I
Yeah,
have heard
it
in a
is.
Marvel movie
Oh,
ever.
oh yes.
Where Wanda's like, do you have children? Oh, is their mother still alive? Yes, she is.
Good.
Oh, good. There will be someone left to raise them. Damn, that
That's
was
Yeah.
cold.
Cold.
Cold
Blooded.
to the bone. You call yourself a mother, lady?
Ice
Shame
cold.
on you.
Even
Dude.
Thanos wasn't that cold. Man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I love that line. That was.
That's
I got a chill down my spine. I have
That
to
was
admit. The first time I heard it.
the dark
Line
one
of-
taking over.
yeah. That's the line of the movie. If you guys think that there's a better line in the movie, leave it in the comments below.
Apart
the-
from Fortify Your Minds.
Yes.
That one is.
Okay, so
stellar.
the coldest line, the funniest line, leave those. The most inspiring line, I guess.
Oh, I know this one.
Oh?
It's, Pizza Papa always gets his money. That is fine.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah.
Balls.
By the way, Patreon.
Yeah, and if you leave enough in Patreon, maybe we can find someone who's gonna make us pizza balls.
No,
Oh, we will make pizza
pierogi
balls.
balls.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Pierogi
Why not?
Papas. There you
Yeah.
go. We'll be pierogi papas.
Yeah.
Nice.
Guys, we are talking just good stuff about that. Let's maybe try to focus on the negatives. What don't we like about that?
About the
The movie.
Illuminati
The
or
movie.
the movie in
The
general?
movie in general.
I would say.
Oh wait! Because we didn't finish with
Illuminati.
with Professor X. Like
Oh,
let's
okay.
go
Yes,
with
sorry,
him because
sorry about that. Yes, the Professor X. It was a very special thing for me, particularly because I've been watching Picard, and after season 2, for the first time in my life, I felt that I had enough of Patrick Stewart. I never thought it's gonna be possible, but I just tired. I'm just tired with this guy, you know. And yeah, there
but
was
it's not his fault, is it?
Well,
It's but I haven't seen Picard. Just to be clear, I'm not a big Star Trek fan.
he
But
had a lot of influence on the script, actually. But
Did
never
he?
mind. Yes.
it's a
Okay.
vanity project.
Okay.
Allegedly, it's a vanity
But
project.
Okay,
never
fine.
mind that. Okay, let's just say that yeah, it's cool that he was in the movie. He had a not very long role, but we already know that. But I
Yeah.
really like the scene in which he invaded Wanda's mind and he tried to get her out. It looked like he's gonna succeed. Like in
Yes.
any other movie, you would be sure, okay, that's it. He's gonna save her. We saw her under the rubble, and it was like, okay, perfect. He's gonna save her. We're gonna have no. He fails, and Wanda comes in, and there was this cool effect. She comes out of the red mist and
Yeah.
snaps his neck. And
yeah,
he's dead.
and
No
rips
more
his
Patrick.
rips his jaw also off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Also, the way the trapped Wanda suddenly just vanishes, this just disappears the moment the red
Yeah.
mist shows up. That was cool. Like,
And
Yeah.
I'm going.
And then
That was
in
pretty
that mist, she looks like Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah, like you know when he took a
with the
look,
ring.
took a pic with the ring.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
was like, you know, yeah, I
Oh,
loved
yeah,
it.
that was the true.
Yeah.
That's
Also
the
reminds
biggest
me
jump
of the
scares
Twi'lek
of
from
history.
Mando. Also reminds me of the Twi'lek from Mando. A little bit.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that one.
It was a little bit like that when she was like shows up.
Can't remember that. Well, whatever.
The Twi'lek from Mando, the one that was like in one of the prison episode where they were breaking out. There was
Okay.
Twi'lek,
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah,
was
yeah.
throwing knives and stuff.
Yeah.
Just those.
So yeah, there's what were we talking? What were we supposed to? Oh, the bad things. Yeah.
Yeah, the bad things. So well,
Oh yeah, because we also had Captain Carter, amazing, cut in half. We didn't see that, but it was
Yeah.
so suggestive.
The jetpack
Love
was also
it,
pretty cool.
love it.
we also had a blood on the shield, kind of like in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Also, Captain Carter, straight from What If. Of course, it's not the same one, but still, damn, you know, What If, I really enjoyed it. I mean, some of the episodes were amazing. Others not so much, but still, I'm really happy that, you know, we had this cameo here. And I think she has a great presence on the screen, and I wouldn't say no to a Captain America version of her, a movie. I think it would be...
That would be
that'd
cool.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'd
really
watch it.
impressive.
I'd watch it. Yeah.
But she
then
must have the jetpack, though. I must have the jetpack.
The
Yeah.
I love the
jetpack
jetpack.
But then it-
was great.
But then it also requires Steve to be the Hydra Stomper, I guess. But that would take away too much from Peggy, I think.
Maybe just
So-
make a universe where Steve doesn't, where he's destroyed, or maybe at the beginning of the movie, oh, he's
Or he-
defeated, and then she has
Or
to
maybe
go
he
through a
was never
struggle.
born.
Or he was never born.
No, I
Although,
think-
no, I think he has to be in there somehow.
No,
There
he
has to
just gets old, I guess, just like Peggy did in the main timeline, right?
be. No, okay.
That's
Yeah,
easy.
that's
Yeah, so let's not dwell on that. The bad.
All right.
Let's
The
go with
bad.
the bad.
The bad are like I mentioned at the beginning. There's not a lot to say that there is bad to me. To me, it's more like nitpicks, little things in the movie. Like I said, particular lines that took me out for a little bit. I would say the one thing that is not really, again, it's not bad for me, but it's like you could have given me just a couple more minutes. And for me, that was the lack, a little bit lack of multiversal stuff. Like we essentially we go into only 2 universes throughout
So
the
that's
entire
not
movie.
a little thing. For me, it's a huge deal.
No, but we spend most of our time in Universe 838, and then in that kind of destroyed universe with the Doctor
Yes.
Strange, and that's cool. But when they were passing through the different realities, I was hoping that instead of like these flashes where blink and you'll miss it, you only have a
Exactly,
glimpse.
yeah.
I wish that we had, for example, fewer transitions, but maybe slightly longer ones where you can see maybe some kind of cameo, not a scene where they have dialogue.
Well,
just
you
like,
had the Living Tribunal.
Yeah, that was half a second.
but
when
that
he
was again.
flying
See,
there.
I was at half a second. You blink
Okay.
and you'll miss it,
Yeah.
and I think that sequence was like super fast. I think if you slowed it down a little bit and gave us like more than just a glimpse,
Yeah.
it would be just a little bit more, because I felt like it was like we did have the multiverse, but I was expecting that we would have one main universe like we had 838 where we will spend most of the movie, but that there would be like maybe one more, like a short visit where they pop in. Ooh, this is a strange universe. Something strange has happened. Let's get out of here, and they leave. You know,
Okay.
like a quick. And there you see, for example, one or two cameos that don't have dialogue. Like I said, Tony Stark Tom Cruise as Tony Stark, for example. You see him for a second, and then you just go.
I'm glad they didn't show, Tom Cruise as Tony Stark. I wanna actually retort because I reckon that if they put a little bit more of the multiversal stuff, it might have been a little bit diluted and too crowded.
No.
Because I understand, I take the argument, yeah, and I agree. Also, they could have done a little bit more, but then again, they wanted to focus on the story itself, on the idea of the multiverse. And 838 had so much weird stuff that we're not used to in the main timeline, that I reckon it works,
it works,
because
absolutely.
they introduce all of the weird stuff in the 838 universe, and then in the destroyed universe. But yeah, it would have been a little bit, too dumb if they stopped in the Paint universe, for example.
No, not the Paint one. Like I said,
that was
just
good
one
for-
that is close but not quite. But look, I to be a devil's advocate to my own nitpick, I also realized that it will be a careful balance, that if they added something to that sequence, it could disrupt the pacing of the movie.
Yeah.
It could, like, grind to a halt. So if that would happen, then I take it back. But again, this is one of my nitpicks where I kind of felt like I could have had a little more of that. A little bit. Just a little tasty more. What else would I say?
I just want to add that if they stopped a little bit longer for in the universes in between, it might have ended up a little bit Rick and Morty's.
Yeah.
I
So
really
what, do they have monopoly now for?
No, they don't. No. But the sequence itself was kind of like just jumping from one universe to the other, weird stuff happening, and there was also a multiverse episode in Family Guy where they also jumped universes, and they ended up in the live action Family Guy universe too. So it's kind of a mirror sequence there. From other franchises and from other IPs.
Well, Marvel did it first, though. To be fair.
Did they?
Well, I mean, like a multiverse. I think they were first in the '80s or something. The comics.
Oh, okay, fine.
Like, the idea was floating about somewhere in the comic.
Yeah, but
books.
it all stems from physics, right?
No, of
That-
course, absolutely. But I'm just saying that in fiction we didn't have that like a lot.
Okay, fair enough.
And my other nitpick, if I could have one, to me, the plot idea with the Book of Ashanti was a bit of a dead end red herring. It's like, look, you can treat it as a red herring. They were going there, and the book showed a star for a second. Again, blink and you'll miss it. There was like a star in the book.
Yeah, I
that was
missed it.
burnt. And
I missed it. I guess.
I only saw it on the second viewing. There was like a star when
Yeah.
the book burned up, and it's like, oh.
I saw it in the breakdowns.
Your solution is I also saw it in the breakdowns. Your solution is America. I was like, man, really? I was kind of
I
like.
missed it.
I was kind of like, well, we have the Darkhold, the evil book, and I was kind of like, okay, we're going to the Book of Ashanti. Show me what it is. It defeated Thanos in 838. Like, what does it do? Like, I
Good
felt
point.
like that was like.
Yeah, how did they use
Like,
Vishanti
really, you burn it the
against them?
moment they get it. I was like,
Yeah, that was a letdown.
And it's the only copy in the whole multiverse.
really. They said
Yeah. That
Oh,
was
man.
the only
No
copy,
more
which
Vishanti.
is
That's-
weird, because the Darkhold was in everywhere, just in every universe.
I'm sure they have
That's
it,
kind
but-
of inconsistent, but I kind of get it, because if you have this OP good book, it's gonna be an easy way out of everything.
Well, I mean, the Infinity Stones work similarly, but they can go either or. Like, for
Yeah,
example,
that's what
imagine
they-
if the good book was somehow taken by some villain who tricked it or something. I don't know, it's Marvel, anything could happen. But I get what
Right.
you're saying. If you have a good guy nuke, a good guy get out of jail free card,
Yeah.
it does feel a little cheap.
Just like Brie Larson, right?
Oh my god. Plot armor!
Plot armor.
Or the idea itself that the dreams you have is actually something happening in a different dimension, a different part
Universe,
of the multiverse
yeah.
is a pretty amazing one, especially when you consider, well, I had my fair share of really weird dreams, and it's scary to think that there's a version of me there living through certain stuff. But yeah, anyway, what I didn't like about the movie is similar as you, but for me it is a kind of a big deal, because when I was waiting for, Multiverse of Madness, I kind of imagined something different. I mean, the title of the movie is Multiverse of Madness, and I was expecting more traveling, more weird stuff. I was expecting, I don't know, tentacled monsters or something. Don't get me wrong.
Well, you had a tentacle monster. Come on.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I know, but I mean like
Two
a
even.
big boss, like I like Wanda as the main villain, but I don't know why I was expecting her to be evil in the first part of the movie, and then somehow she would
Redeem herself?
Yes, work with Strange against a bigger threat.
Mephisto.
Maybe,
Well,
I don't know.
Catan and his
Yes,
Darkhold.
Cthulhu.
Well, I mean,
Cthulhu would've
they
been
kind of
good.
did that
Yeah.
because Catan was kind of controlling her
Cthulhu.
through the Darkhold, and she realized some of it, I guess, and then just collapsed the Wonder Gore, which is also a Wonder Gore, right?
Little love those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and,
it was gory with Wanda, and she collapsed the palace on her head. She didn't die because Lizzie
7-year
signed.
contract.
Yeah, 7-year contract she signed. So she didn't.
Lincoln, you'll miss it. But when the mountain collapses, there was like a little
Red,
flash of
yes.
red.
Yeah, I
It's
thought-
we've
like,
seen it.
At first,
she quick saved. I bet it's like a chaos magic quick save. Quick save.
Maybe.
At first, I thought that was her magic exploding because she died, and I was kind of hoping for it because it would have been, I guess a decent end for her. It's a decade she played the character almost, I guess, right? And
I want to see more of Elizabeth Olsen.
no, it's okay. She has another 7 years, so you're not going to be disappointed, I suppose, right? But but I think it would have been a fitting end to
It would have been, yeah. It would be a good conclusion to her story.
Yeah, because she finished the arc, right?
Yes,
Well-
but she did finish the arc second time, because at the end of WandaVision she was kind of, okay, my kids are dead, Vision is gone, but that's, grief is love persevering, so that's the end. But here we go again through all that again. But maybe because of the Darkhold's influence, so that's maybe. But another thing that I didn't like, well, I was expecting kind of, from the first Doctor Strange, I really like the threat of Dormammu, some interdimensional, real big, scary and incomprehensible, threat.
Yeah,
And
like abstract, right?
Yeah, I'm not really sure if I like Wanda to be the main threat all the time, because her motivation is, it's kind of getting old at some point with these kids, and the scenes
I
look
disagree.
like live commercials, like "Mommy, I love you more, Mommy." It was
Oh
kind
yeah, the
of-
kids. I forgot about
Well,
that.
yeah,
The
that's
kids.
cringy.
Yeah,
The kids were
I really
cringy,
didn't
but
like that, and
kids are always cringy.
her whole argument that, oh, Strange, you're a hypocrite. You gave the time stone to Thanos. Come on, he saved everybody. He killed himself to save the rest of the universe. So it
Still-
kind of doesn't make sense that she's comparing herself to him.
But he was a hypocrite. But then again, it's a good mirror also from the first Doctor Strange movie when what's his face, Caecilius called
The hypocrite, the ancient one.
the
at the
ancient
very
one.
beginning.
Yeah.
it's
Hypocrite,
parallel.
the dark dimension and whatnot. But I disagree that I mean, okay, I get it. Like Wanda could have gone for a dimension where she has to save her kids from something like it was suggested at the end of WandaVision. Okay, fine. But then again, it might have been the Darkhold. So I'm gonna let that
me
pass.
too.
Second thing. She damn, I forgot. You threw me off.
Sorry,
Nah, no worries. But
I derailed your train. I'm sorry.
but okay. So say your thing. I'm just
because
gonna.
I wanted to riff off of your idea, and
Yeah.
that's because I really like it in the sense that she feels, or the Darkhold shows her that her kids are in danger. That's what motivates her to push,
Yes.
push,
Oh, I
kill
know.
people and get there. And then when she finally gets there, or she achieves her goals, we have the ending scene that America does, where it's like, I was here to save my kids, but suddenly they're afraid of me. Like you have this reversal.
Yeah.
She was going there to save them, and then she realizes, oh no, I've become a monster. So I
Yeah.
have to do it. And now
That's
I get
another
to-
theme. She was like, I'm not a monster, Steven, when she attacked Camertage, right? But what I wanted to say, like, it's the multiverse. There's an infinite number of realities. probably an infinite amount of realities where the kids are orphans and she could have just,
True.
stepped in.
Exactly.
Like,
Not killing herself. In the
Yeah,
process.
yeah, exactly, right? And that would have been also saving the kids, right?
Maybe she just lacks vision.
She's not good at the multiverse Google searching. She must. She needs better game when.
I mean,
But,
yeah.
She also said that's very important because Wong actually asked her like, why do you want to kill that girl and take her power? You can just use her like maybe ask her to transfer you to the world. And she said like, oh, but I need to make sure that my kids are safe and multiverse has answer to every problem and every illness. So
true.
She.
I dig it.
Yeah,
I
me
dig
too.
it.
That
I'm
was a
I'm
good
buying
line
it.
as well. She's she
But I wanna-
that power went to her head.
I just wanted to add, like, I've seen Everything Everywhere All at Once today. That's a movie, and with Michelle Yeoh, and it's a great watch. It's a completely different take on the multiverse, and the motivation there is kind of similar. You could have used that motivation from that movie for Wanda. It's a good watch. It's a different take. It's a nice comparison from of one and the other. Yeah, it's just a good watch, and so go watch it and compare it to Multiverse of Madness, and leave the comments below if you guys want us to discuss Everything Everywhere All at Once, the movie, not the idea of Everything Everywhere All at Once. Just leave it in the comments below. We're gonna do it.
Also, on the motivation that you mentioned, because I also noticed this, that her motivation to steal the powers as opposed to just mind control her to send her into a new universe is that, as you said, oh, my kids might get sick, so the multiverse has all the options. I would say this is an important PSA. This is what happens when you live with American healthcare. You're so scared that you're not gonna get proper healthcare. You need the multiverse.
Yeah, dude.
Come on, people.
That's an allegory if I ever had seen one, eh?
So afraid of not having coverage, I'm gonna steal someone's powers.
Obamacare my ass.
Exactly.
Speaking of America, what did you think about America Chavez, the new character in MCU?
Oh yeah, she constantly looked slightly scared, like slightly surprised.
Yeah, she was more of a plot device than a character. We don't really know much about her
No, we don't.
after this movie,
I mean,
at least, but she has potential, I think.
I think so. I mean,
Well, she
with
doesn't
her
have bees, for sure.
with her innate powers and learning at Kamartage, she might be a good asset. She
Indeed.
might, yeah.
She was a plot device in this movie for like driving the plot, and after that she's gonna be like a multiversal quick travel for the hero. Like, we need to travel, get America.
Hey, since
Was there any other character who started as a plot device in MCU and then maybe?
I can't remember now.
Vision?
What?
Or in
Yeah,
Ultron?
kinda.
Yes,
Well, in
yeah.
a way, he was a plot device.
Yeah, he was. He
Literally,
yeah.
became a character.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, and he had a great evolution, like he said in WandaVision. First, he was a voice, then he was a mixture of everything, and now he's just a memory incarnate. That's amazing. That's a
If we go deeper, we can even say Jarvis was also.
yeah,
plot
because
device.
he was a bodiless voice. He said.
So yeah, this is MCU. Don't cross off America already. You know?
Yeah.
Believe in America.
Also the rat
Mhm.
from Endgame.
Oh,
plot
yeah,
device is now
that's
his
a
famous
that's a
character,
plot
the most
device
famous rat
character.
in the
Yeah.
I bet that when Strange was looking at all those realities in Infinity War, he saw that rat.
And
he-
And he's
that
like,
was the
"Ooh,
one. That was
we're
the thing that
saved."
decided, oh, I've seen all these realities, but only in this one there is the rat. Okay, we're saved by the rat.
Guys, if you think that we missed anyone being a plot device in the MCU, leave it in the comments below. Who was it, and how were they used as a plot device? Let's open up the discussion. Since we're on the bad stuff, well, we kind of talked about America. She's not that bad, but she's not the greatest. What do you guys? Wait. I had it here somewhere. Oh, some stupid stuff you remember from the movie? Like really redundant and dumb.
Well, the Book of Vishanti was like a dead end, plot-wise.
Kind of, but it served its purpose, right?
Yeah, but people
everything
say
served its
like
purpose.
that that was dumb, but like it's like in life. Sometimes you really want something, you newly achieve it, and then poof, it's gone. Like it happens.
Yeah, sure.
Life's biatch, as you.
Biatch, yeah.
But what
I
else?
think I think everything what was introduced in the movie was used. Like, the Chekhov's gun was firing on all cylinders. Over there in the movie. But what I remember being dumb in the movie is 616 Christine being all like, oh, that's strange, because when he was on her wedding, right, at her wedding, and he had this flamboyant exit, right, to fight the tentacle monster, and he's fighting the monster, which is his goddamn job, right? And then Christine is like, oh, that's strange. She's shaking her head as
More like a hobby.
And
as
it
if
was kind of boring, the whole Christine stuff.
as if it was his fault that Wanda used the monster.
Plus, it's more like a hobby. It's not a job. I'm pretty sure the Sorcerer Supreme doesn't get a salary. So it's more
Yeah.
like a hobby.
Yeah, but
Hobby. I want a hobby like that.
well, he can conjure anything from anywhere, so he doesn't need a job anymore,
So
right?
here's an
No,
interesting
I want to
question.
be a Sorcerer Supreme.
Ooh.
Yeah. Do you think that somebody should tell Strange the story of Strange Supreme from What If? That there was a Strange who was happy with Christine, but because of that, he destroyed his whole universe. Maybe that would give him some solace, or maybe it would scare him, no matter what I do, I end up miserable.
What would really scare him is that the Strange Supreme is animated, and he was like, "Whoa, he's animated!"
Yeah.
Because,
Okay,
I mean,
let's
come on,
assume he's
there was a
not.
I've been animated
Let's
too.
assume he's not. What do you think about that? Should he learn about this or not?
I would love, honestly, I love Strange Supreme, Evil Strange, especially that particular Evil Strange is my favorite. If I could see him in live action, I totally would love that. But after seeing the three Stranges actually in this one,
Yeah,
Four.
there was-
four, yes,
Yeah,
you're right.
four. Defender
I think they're not gonna push that multiple
No.
Stranges for a while.
I think so.
But it would give him some closure, that's for sure. But it might also inhibit his I guess paths of development. I reckon. But he worked through him and Christine in this movie. Finally, right? He changed the clock, the watch's
was
face.
Good. That was like a symbolism.
Yeah.
The question. He at the end he admits he's not happy because before he was like, yeah, I'm sure, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's
He
another
has
theme
the
right there.
courage to
To
admit
face,
himself.
to face his unhappiness and not
But
just
something tells me he's gonna be pretty happy soon after that post-credit scene.
Plus,
Charlize
I
Theron.
believe that he basically realized that that the one thing he really wanted to make him to be happy, being with Christine, is the one thing that in all the universes eventually led him to unhappiness and all kinds of strangeness. Strangeness. But in this one, he realized that if he gave up Christine and moved on, that's how I saw it anyway. That if he moved on, stopped being in control all the time, that not trying to get the perfect ending, just moved on to maybe his duty. That's how I saw it. That he saw that every Strange couldn't deal with it. He saw that every Strange had some kind of issues with the ambition, with being, as Christine says it, holding the knife, and he kind of gave up on those two things. And as you said, he has a new love interest apparently.
Hey, I know we're
We
gonna.
don't know that yet. It's in the comics.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll see.
yeah. Let's not jump into conclusions, right?
Although Charlize Theron and Benedict Cumberbatch make a cute couple, I see it. I
Yeah,
see it,
you're shipping that.
Absolutely, yes, I'm shipping it. I think it
Okay.
would be pretty cool. Although her costume was not.
I mean, I think she would be a better, like an interdimensional warrior would be a better partner for Doctor Strange than Christine. They
Oh
would
yeah,
Yes,
have
oh yeah.
more-
Even though
Yeah,
Christine from 838 is pretty
Yeah.
genius, right? She
Sure.
knows her multiverse.
and she knows her artifacts when she picks up that torch thing, and she's like,
Yeah, yeah.
That's the brazier of Gum.
That's the torch from Doctor Strange 1, by the
Yes.
way. That he
Yeah,
gave
yeah,
you.
yeah.
You don't know how to use that, do you? When the Caecilius said.
Yeah.
It's
And-
funny because if he knew how to use that, he'd defeat him immediately. He'd be like,
oh, that's why he was so like
Scared, yeah.
so scared. Guys, I know we're jumping a little bit all over the place with this one, but
well, it is a multiverse of madness.
it is. But like the dumbest thing from the whole plot happened, I guess, in one scene where Strange went to Wanda for help, right? And she's like, "Oh, I
yeah.
knew you would come and talk about Westview, like to scold me." And he's like,
all-
whatever, you
Yeah,
know.
that was dumb.
Yeah.
I'm not here to talk about Westview.
That's in the
Really?
past.
Yeah,
That's in the past.
fudge
Whatever.
those people who
I
you
do
know,
admit
You
that-
made amends. What amends did she make? She didn't. Everyone
line-
was pissed.
Yeah, the
Come
Exactly.
on.
line that
There
he
were no
gives-
amends.
The
And-
line that he gives that, but you fixed it and it was never
Yeah.
in doubt. It was never in question. Are you
What?
sure? It wasn't in
She
question?
didn't.
She
ruined
mind
so many
controlled
lives.
a town,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, but she fixed
Yeah,
it.
people-
So
What
no,
kind
no
of a
question.
sorcerer are you? Where are you? Okay, there was COVID. Fine, all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I also didn't like the fact that Wanda like fell for the oldest trick in the book. When
Yeah,
she said the name.
That's
of
a
the
rookie
kid.
mistake,
That's
right?
a-
Come on.
Yeah,
That's
and,
the same scene too.
Also, Strange telling her where are they keeping the America Chavez? Oh, she's in Comertage. Oh, thanks for telling me. All right, I'm. Gonna
All
go
right,
there.
yeah,
Okay,
I'm on my way.
What?
You gonna give him?
I'll tell you what. The fact that Strange told her
Mm-hmm.
where America was indeed kind of a rookie mistake, but
Yes,
I
also,
can
two rookie mistakes.
I can forgive that one because he really thought that
That
she
she's
was
gonna be an
on the-
ally.
But her messing up the name thing,
That's
that's
some
that's
no.
in every movie. It's like that's the thing that people mess up.
Come on.
It's like you made it more. You could have made it a little more creative so that
Yeah,
it's like he stops and you're like, wait, what's happening? And then you realize, oh, it's
Dude.
something deeper. You know.
The easiest way out of this is her not falling for the rookie mistake and just like, oh yeah, okay, let's go see America, and then she double crosses them at Comertage, right?
Oh yeah, that could have been better.
Yeah,
Double
sure,
cross.
sure. Maybe the battle would fold, just unfold a little bit differently, but
But that would contradict a little bit of her early characterization, where she's trying to be reasonable and she's trying to hold back. I'm not a monster. I'm being reasonable. So if she was like immediately plotting to betray them, it would be like it would kind of mess with that. You know, I know it's a small thing. It will be a small thing, but it kind of messes that. Oh, she's
still
already
would have been
planning to-
reasonable. Still would have been reasonable.
I mean, in her kind of let's say altered,
Yeah, okay,
corrupted state. in
fine,
that sense,
fine.
By
Close-
that logic, you know.
Close enough. Close enough. But what else was dumb? Oh man, I forgot
kids.
about the kids, the children. What about the
they were a little
children?
bit too much. Like it's like watching those kids is like. I mean, again, I don't have any kids, so maybe I just don't know. But they felt like such stereotypical, as you said,
Yeah.
TV commercial kids, like straight
Yeah.
out of a cheesecake commercial. Like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
my god, too
Exactly.
cutesy. Like, because we've seen them in WandaVision, and I kind of feel like in WandaVision they didn't bother me at all. The kids were actually cool. in
Yeah,
WandaVision.
they had-
I bought them a lot.
got their
Here, I
thing.
feel like I mean, again, not to knock on our great Sam Raimi, but I feel like maybe the direction was different because he was the director. Maybe he doesn't have a. Does he work with kids? I actually don't know. So maybe
I don't know.
I don't know.
So because that is a difficult thing to do. So maybe the
Yeah.
TV show directors did a
Yeah,
better
maybe
job
Maybe he
so.
than-
doesn't like kids, and he was like, "You there, be happy. You be happy as well."
Now be scared.
Because I do
Mommy!
see a difference, and because it's if the kids were always annoying, I'd be like, okay, they're just annoying.
Yeah.
But they were not annoying in WandaVision. I
No.
totally
No.
liked
No.
them there.
Yeah.
In the sense that I bought them as Wiccan and Speed, the powers, it all worked. Here,
Sure.
they didn't have any powers. None of that happened, and yet. They felt out of place, like too cutesy. Too...
Who was their father? I mean, are these kids also created by Wanda's power, or did she like breed normally?
I
There
mean,
was no father.
Of course.
technically, I don't think Vision also,
I think that there was this guy called Chad, and he's the father of the like in the Matrix, right?
No. It was Ralph Boner.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Ralph Boner. Yeah, or Chad.
he boned her.
Exactly.
Okay, guys, let's maybe talk about the battles and the music,
The music
which
was
is
good.
which is kind of interjecting with itself right there, and we're gonna be wrapping up, right? Because we're approaching 1 hour, so
Indeed.
yeah.
Time flies in our Pierogeeks multiverse. I have to
Oh
say.
yes, it does, eh? Okay, guys, you want to take up with the battles? Which battle did you like the most?
Oh, we have to talk about that scene, the music scene. It was so great and inventive and Raimi style. I loved it when the two strangers were battling. I've heard that some people didn't like it. I cannot comprehend why wouldn't you like that awesome scene. For me,
We've
it
never
was,
seen that before. It's
Yes,
interesting.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
strange using
would
his
you rather
environment.
see them just firing up,
Lasers?
energy beam speed
Yeah.
again?
I mean, I like the energy beams a little bit. Like there were moments in the film, like when Wanda was.
But that's
bombarding
cliche at
Kamar-Taj.
this point.
That's okay, but I mean, my point is that it's kind of old. But
Yes.
when she was bombarding Kamar-Taj, that was cool. I like that sequence.
Yeah, yeah, that's an opening attack, right?
Yes,
and
that's-
and
that's
that
a
makes
good
sense
one.
as an opening
Yes,
attack.
but-
Just get it out of the way and go into something more
Exactly.
creative and.
But in that scene, like a big battle with explosions just wouldn't work. And here it shows you that Strange can use his environment. That it's not just
Yeah.
I'm just gonna cast bolts on you, magic missile. It's not just magic missile. It's more like I see. No, it's like it's kind of creative where he's
Yeah.
using his imagination, his his intelligence.
That's always has been his strong point. Like in the first Doctor Strange, he did the Dormammu quick save trick. That was ingenious.
Oh, yeah,
Here
love it.
also, not only did he use music, he also resurrected his own corpse to do the dream walking thing.
Oh, that was
also
that was
like
so
something-
badass.
That was
And
not
he
on-
used the souls of the damned as
a
his
cloak.
cape. Yeah.
Oh,
Necromancer representation, man.
Yo.
Necromancer
Not
love.
only ingenious, but also necromancer. Like
And
that's
the
why
great
I
thing
like.
for the trailer.
That's
because
why I
it
like
got
Doctor
you.
Strange so much. He's not just powerful, but he can find creative ways to use his power.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And it shows you also kind of makes it even more impressive knowing that he has. You kind of forget about it. Okay, I mean, I did for a couple of times in this movie. I was reminded of it that he has those fingers, and it's like you'd think that with the injuries and the stuff.
1 second, there's someone at the door. I gotta get it.
We'll be back.
You
in-
guys continue.
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah,
so
mhm.
I found it even more impressive that
Yeah.
with the injuries he can be so creative because I'm assuming that it's all that the magic is like an art, right? It's the words, it's the mind, it's the using your fingers, using the gestures. So,
Yeah.
so when you see him doing it creatively, it's like damn, he's overcoming his weakness while being creative, while being wild with it. It's really cool. I liked it. Again, I know that it might seem goofy because like a battle of music, but again, I've never seen that before. That's new. That's fresh. Bring it on. The more creative, the better. I also, on that note, the Defender Strange casting again slightly more magic bolty spells, but the first fight also with the demon, the kind of paper demon or like
Yeah.
mummy
The mummy demon.
like
yeah.
he uses a frost spell and then like a rock spell. To
Yeah.
fight it. That's like some cool anime stuff. I love it. It's
And
like,
then-
bring it on.
And then you have also the fight with the Shumagorath knockoff because they don't have the rights. Gargantos. They don't have the rights to use Shumagorath in
Oh, yeah.
movies. So, yeah, I mean, you have the runes. By the way, side note, that was also dumb for Wanda not to just go like into America's mind and like, hey, come, since you're in
yeah,
my
she-
universe, just come to me.
True.
right?
Why did she send those monsters again? She said that it was
In the-
mercy. How is that mercy? I would
But-
rather be taken by Wanda / Elizabeth Olsen somewhere rather than the giant tentacle monster thing.
Yeah, but then again, in the opening scene, that makes sense because she doesn't have access to that dimension, to that universe, right?
Okay, so she
But
can
then-
only summon demons.
But then she has Gargantos in her universe. Why use that? It's too on the it's too show off, right? It's too much of a show off. But the battles, I love the battles. The music battle is amazing. That's great. The frosting, the frosted thing, is great. And
there was this music score when they were battling the tentacle eyeball beholder thingy. And it kind of reminded me of the score of Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2.
Yes, that's true. I
Did
think
it?
the
There's
whole
like a
scene
kind
is
of
like an homage to that.
Yeah, the monster was walking up the building just like Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2 as well. So
Yes,
there
it was
are
holding
homages.
America, and I think in Doctor Ock was holding Aunt May. I think there was.
Yes.
something
He
like that?
was holding Wong actually, the monster.
He was holding Wong
Yeah.
here, but I think it was
Yeah.
Aunt May in
It
the.
was.
In the
It
in
was,
the Doctor
yeah.
version. Yeah.
But then you also had the fight at Kamartaj, which was amazing. They trapped Wanda in the mirror dimension, and she uses reflections. Like she
That was
can't
awesome.
just use her laser bolts, so she just dives into that. And the
Walks
I
out
love
of
I love the silence. Like Raimi really used silence well in the movie too,
yeah.
because first of all, like Wanda has Strange comes up with the idea to reach out to Wanda, and we have the WandaVision music theme, and there's the dream of Wiccan Speed, and she wakes up and it's deafening silence. That's
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
Second of all, deafening silence when she discovers she can use reflections and just goes into the mirror thing, and it's silence and just water there. So that's great, and she uses those reflections. It's so Ring-esque. It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's
when
it's
she was coming
absolutely
out of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Samara.
Creepy. Yeah.
so great, so great. And I love those inventive, creative fights. Like you had also the ship of Theseus in WandaVision. You had the quick save in Doctor Strange 1. I was never big on magic and comics and MCUs and all these worlds. But
Blasphemer!
yeah, whatever. But this actually makes me like this guy and this part of the comics universe way more than I did.
You are forgiven.
Oh yes, thank you very much.
Absolution.
Yeah, I have been absolved. So yeah, the score, the music that was amazing. It was woven into the film.
Mr. Elfman did it again. Great score.
Yeah,
Yeah, great
Yeah.
score.
Listened to it already a couple of times, and I gotta say, a cup of tea, the track where she meditates and
Oh, yeah.
and dreamwalks the first time. Man, that's a cool.
And there's also
really good
like
track.
this montage there that it really, that's also Raimi's style, and
Yeah.
we've never seen anything like that in Marvel movies, and it was nice. It was very good, yeah. But what do you think about? What's your take on the Raimi thing? Is it enough or not enough of Raimi in this movie, or is it just the right amount?
I think it's the right amount. I think he had his creative freedom as much as one can have creative freedom in a Marvel movie, right? And I think he actually had way more than other directors. Like Chloe Zhao, I don't think. I mean, I haven't seen any other of her films, but I will. But it's an Oscar-winning director, and she was just bombed with bad reviews
Oh, the Eternals.
about the Eternals. But I don't think
Yeah.
also people comprehended what Eternals were actually about, and I kind of went in prepared for it.
Although it was a bit of a messy movie, just a little bit. It was
A
creative
little
but
bit,
messy.
a
I
little
liked
bit.
it, but I
I liked it
wasn't
too.
in love with it. So I understand why people might be a little.
I don't really remember it, which is not a good sign.
Yeah,
of this movie.
it might have been confusing for someone who doesn't know Eternals at all, right?
Shouldn't be, even if I don't know him.
Yeah, shouldn't be, right?
It's
yeah,
the
right,
first
right. Yeah, that's
movie
true.
from the series of, that's depicting those years. So
Yeah. So yeah, Raimi had his say in the stuff, and I don't think he was that much held. He wasn't held back that much. I think, right?
yeah, as some people
Well,
claim he was.
Yeah, you guys.
I would only add to that I think I have a feeling that if we had a little bit, because I love the Raimi stuff in this movie, but I feel like if they tipped the balance a little bit too much and there was too much of the Raimi stuff, it
Right.
would a little derail the movie, derail the tone a little bit in places. For example, if there was, I love the gore in the movie, I love the brutality, but if you
And
had
the horror.
even more, and the horror, of course, but if you had even more of it, and it kind of overpowered the rest, the multiversal aspect, for example, I would be like, maybe it's a little bit too much. But what we had here, I think works perfectly. Every
Yeah.
scene, every element, the horror elements, the battle scenes, great. I honestly, it's gonna be difficult for me, and that's actually a minus for the movie a little bit, and for the Marvel Cinematic Universe now, because now it's gonna be difficult for me to go from the scene of the Illuminati being wasted to another Marvel movie where there's like no blood, no gore, no brutality. It's all just safe,
Yeah,
all the
just
energy
scratches
being-
some-
Marvel is coming, yeah.
and I have to say, I'm gonna be a little bit like, man, you whet my appetite with this awesome stuff, and now we're back to just safe, no blood. Just
We'll
energy
see.
beams.
We'll see.
Hopefully,
Maybe they will,
hopefully,
learn from that. And,
I hope, because I
hope this movie
needed
is
to.
gonna do well in the box
Oh,
office.
yes.
But
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think it
it's
is
definitely.
already.
It already
1.2
made
billion.
Mhm.
That's my prediction. 1.2 billion.
Well, so far it's been a week and it made 500 mil.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Nice, all right.
1.2 billion.
Okay, guys. Any closing thoughts?
Final ratings?
Yes. Final ratings. Closing thought. You had our general impressions at the beginning.
mhm.
Just rewind if you missed that.
I like numbers though.
Yeah. Let's do the number game. Guys, want to start?
For me, it's an easy, strong 9. It's not a perfect movie. There are a couple of
Mm.
nitpicks, so I can't. I'm not. For me, it's like Infinity War is a 10 to give like a reference. For me, that's a 10. It works for me
Fair enough.
personally as a movie. This is like, it's not as epic as that. I need that.
Well, it's not
separation
supposed to be
between
as
them,
epic,
but
but-
it's a strong 9. It's a strong 9. Definitely recommend that everybody goes, especially if you're a Marvel fan.
Oh yeah. And a Raimi fan.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I agree with you. For me, it's a 9 as well. I really like that movie. I think I'm going. It's definitely gonna be on my rewatch list. For
And you've
sure.
already seen
Mhm.
it twice.
Already seen it twice, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. It has its problems, yes. It could have been better for sure. I've waited a long time for it. I had a different vision myself for it. It could have been different in a lot of ways. But still, I really enjoyed it, and there's nothing that will change that. Even if we will nitpick it to death, I still
Yeah.
like and want to watch this movie.
And you're very right. It's actually for me a big important part of why when I love movies as opposed to just like them is it rewatchable.
Yeah.
Infinity War for me is infinitely rewatchable, if I may say so. This one also I think is gonna be, not only is it rewatchable, but it's in the future when we're gonna be reviewing movies or going through some old ones. It's gonna be required
Yeah.
watching for the future stuff that is
Definitely.
probably coming. It's being set up. So, and I think it's gonna be an enjoyable kind of required reading for future big
Yes.
event movies. So I love it. I love it absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a 9 as well, because like you guys say, I totally agree. There's some stuff that could have been done better, like Wanda's arc, and but we're really looking for something to nitpick, right? And like I say, art is about how you feel about the production, right? And I felt so entertained and so satisfied and so full after the movie. Like, I was grinning my face off, man.
Yeah.
It was, for me, it was an instant rewatch also, and I was trying not to get hyped, because Kelly was like, "Oh, I need this and I need those deaths, and all
yes.
that." I was like, I'm just gonna approach it like
Professional.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. I was, the hype took me over. But I was
I can't blame you, but I know that I can be disappointed if I get too hyped.
Oh,
Yeah.
We all have been.
Oh yeah.
Look, I read from the hype hold, and it was all
Hype
over me.
hold.
So wait a minute. So let us. So just to check our math here, let's check our ratings here. So it's 999.
Right, guys. Okay, so that was our take on Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. If you guys liked it, well, leave a like. If you didn't, don't leave a thumbs down, please. Comment down below on everything we asked. If you think we missed anything, if you think we're wrong, leave it in the comment below. Let's open up the discussion to the forum.
Discuss with you. We would really like to engage.
We will answer all 5 comments that we will get under this video.
Exactly.
If
And
we
remember,
Engage with the people.
Yeah,
we
if we-
review it for the people, by the people, and with the people.
exactly
it's all for the
that.
people from all multiverses.
Yes.
So and engage with the algorithm, share it with your loved ones, and if you hated it, share it with the people you hated.
Honestly, if somebody hated this movie, I totally want to know why, because
Yes.
that's a fascinating
Yes,
opinion to me.
exactly.
Why would you hate
Maybe
it?
if
Dislike
someone,
it, okay, but
if
hate
someone,
it?
if that was somebody's first movie MCU that he ever watched and he doesn't like this stuff, maybe, but that's kind of obvious. I want to talk to a person who hates this movie but also likes other Marvel productions.
Yes, that would be interesting. Yeah. And critical drinker, sorry, you're wrong, but whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, we're gonna wrap up. That's our take. That's Yazon. That's Kyle. I'm Żaba. We're the Pierogeeks, and next thing we're gonna review is gonna be Obi-Wan, right?
Oh, it's
Oh
coming.
yeah,
Yes,
it's
I
can't
sense a
wait for that.
disturbance
it's
in the
coming.
force.
It's coming. And yeah, we're gonna disturb the hell out of that
We'll
force.
try to give you a review the day it comes out. The 2 episodes
Yes.
on Friday. We'll see.
Yes.
Don't choke on your aspirations.
Unless you like.
Oh, we are Star Wars nerds to the bone.
So we're gonna do episode by episode with Obi-Wan. We did Moon Knight all at once. Tell us in the comments which format you prefer for the series productions. And yeah, that's it. That's gonna be it, right? So yeah, we have stuff to do. We have a Sam Raimi movie queued up. So
Drag me to hell. to
yeah,
see
we're gonna drag you to hell, boy. We gotta drag you to hell. So with that, we're signing off. Pierogeeks out. See ya.
See ya,
Bye.
guys.